Well, did you know today is International Coffee Day? And Joe V is at a local business that sells coffee with a very special purpose.
It was created by a man who wants to help people in his native country of Guatemala. Joe is in Southeast Portland with the inspiring story behind Café Zamora. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Kim. I'm joined right now by Hector Zamora. He is the founder of Café Zamora, and you really have a great story to tell. So Hector grew up in Guatemala, the Santa Rosa region of Guatemala, to be exact. And you were telling me you grew up on a coffee farm, but you started a coffee business here in Portland because you want to help people back home. Tell us how and why you're doing this.
That's right. So I moved here 6.5 years ago. It was my father's dream to be able to eliminate the middleman in between farmers and roasters. We have been able to go one step ahead and have the coffee shop as a reference point so we can engage with people better. But the whole purpose is to be able to empower the farmers to get better prices, have consistency on their sales, and be able to overcome poverty.
So essentially you own like a small coffee farm in Guatemala. Your mom owns one too, your uncle does too, but again, nothing huge. I think you said your property was what, like 8 acres?
8 acres myself, yes.
Right? And so you kind of skip the middleman.
Yes.
And because you do that, you can pay the people back home that are working for you. They can make a lot more money.
Yes.
At least, you know, as it relates to their daily lives in Guatemala, right?
Exactly.
Tell us how you do that.
Yeah, so one of the things that I'm trying to do as we grow to engage with more farmers is to lead by example. So I want to recognize the employees' hard work as well. So I'm giving them bonuses and I'm recognizing their work, making them part of all the structure that we have in the farm. And for instance, last year, one of the bonuses that I gave to the one that is managing there equals to 4 months of worth of salary.
An extra 4 months of salary, which can make a huge difference. I mean, if they want to send their kids to college or if they need to buy a family car or anything like that, you're basically letting them live a better life by doing that. And so you opened this coffee shop last year where you can get coffee made with your beans. You also sell the beans that you roast. These are the beans, I guess, from your farm, right? And,
yes.
and where can people get this?
So we have coffee mainly here at our shop if you're in Southeast Portland, but it's not limited to here. We have our coffee available in Market of Choice across the state from Ashland all the way here, Portland Mercado at Car Market, and People's Co-op.
Now, this would be an incredible story enough, but Hector, I just want to get into briefly how you did this, because you came here in 2014. You couldn't speak any English.
Not at all.
Believe it or not, he couldn't speak any English. You had maybe $100 that your family kind of lent you.
Yes.
You bought a used bicycle.
Yes.
Tell us about the work you did before you could finally get to a point where you could open up a shop.
Yes.
Like, what kind of jobs were you doing?
I was cooking hamburgers, flipping hamburgers to make a living. It was an interesting experience, but yeah, that used bicycle was my best friend for 6 months. I fixed it up, went to PCC to learn English, cook hamburgers for 6 months. Then I was able to get a better job. In a matter of 3 years, I got 5 promotions. So that
you were driving Lyft for several years,
in between,
right?
well, so I was doing my other job where I got the promotions, but once I made myself with some money, I bought a car, and then I started driving for Lyft and Uber. So I was driving for Lyft and Uber on the side and also doing my other job.
I mean, my gosh, it's so incredible. All that hard work has paid off, so I think it's just so fantastic. If you want to try Hector's coffee, support this great work that he's doing. Your coffee shop, you're here off Southeast Gladstone, correct?
37th and Gladstone.
37th and Gladstone. And then once again, where can people find the Café Zamora beans?
Market of Choice, People's Co-op, and Car Market.
It is such a great story and such great work you're doing, Hector. Thank you very much. We're going to have a lot more with Hector and more about his incredible story and the people that he's helping a little bit later in the show as we celebrate International Coffee Day. Guys, back to you.
Joe, tell Hector I said hello because he was my Uber driver or Lyft driver last year, and I was so blown away by his story that I talked to Joe about it, and I was hoping we'd get something. So I'm just so excited to see him featured. Hi, Hector.
He's pretty amazing. He needs to mentor some other people who want to start businesses and get some things off the ground, because he definitely has worked hard and the perseverance has paid off, and it's very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those Lyft rides. I didn't want it to end. You know, we were talking, he was telling me his story. I thought 6 years ago, you couldn't speak English, and look at you now opening a coffee shop. I mean, it's so impressive. I get goosebumps when I think about it.
That is great, and you need some coffee to kind of warm me back up again. Those goosebumps, yeah. That is a great story. That is super cool to hear. So yeah.